I'm Aaron Bautista. 30 years old. I'm a convert of the church.
Oh, okay.
Through referral, ang pinaka-pioneer sa amin is actually ka-work ni Lola nung malakas pa si Lola, yung mami ni Presidente. So sila talaga sa mother side ko, yung pioneer members. So I was baptized when I was grade 5. That was I think 2008. And then I served mission 2015-2017 wherein doon na kami nagkakilala ni President. Actually,
Okay.
dalawang mission president ko eh.
So may nauna.
Opo.
Okay.
So, President Bulseco and then President Antonio Cruz. And then, pag uwi ko, nag-aral po ako, then I took IT. Now, I'm taking my master's, hopefully. No, sana may pasa natin yung system kasi pasado na yung title natin eh.
Okay.
Sana maano. And then I work as a college instructor. Fundamental sa IT, cybersecurity sa IT sa STI, which is doon ako nag-graduate. Then 2022, I got married. And then now I'm serving as a branch president. And our branch is currently nag-apply siya as ward. So as per statistics, as per pasado siya, inihintay na lang namin yung letter from the first presidency.
So yung yung branch nyo is under ng stake.
Yep.
Okay. We invited you, Aaron, Brother Bautista, kasi meron kaming ongoing discussion sa podcast namin ni Kim regarding yung gospel culture, no? So, basahin ko lang portion ng ng documents ni President Oaks when he was here being our area president back in 2004. So, this would be our guide in our discussion tonight or today dyan sa inyo para guided tayo. So, sabi dito, our children and youth are the members and teachers of the future. Excuse me. It is a privilege to be called to help them. So in other words, those times, kaming dalawa ni President mo are stake president na at that time. So we really knew what it meant to really take care of our little ones, and because we believe that eventually they will be the one to be the teachers and leaders sa mga local units natin. And now we heard from your introduction na branch president ka ngayon, which maybe in the few months time you will be eventually called as bishop or whatever opportunity na in store for you in the future. All right. So, ano opinion mo diyan Aaron? Anong masasabi mo na kayo pala yung sinasabi na mga youth and children na kailangan turuan, and then ngayon na nagmamanifest na or nakikita na natin ngayon sa the lives of our young people before na nagsiserve na ng church leadership.
So thank you for first thank you for bringing me here. So doon sa aking insight about that, actually that's a prophecy eh. Makikita natin ngayon yung prophecy na sinabi ni President Oaks. Siguro nung sinabi niya diyan, I was still primary. Yes. And now, sa awa ng Diyos andito ba din tayo na nagsuserve sa Kanya. So makikita talaga natin yung magnificent and unfolding blessings of the gospel itself eh. As long if a member stays and true and faithful. Kasi for me, isa sa mga nakakalungkot din na bagay growing up sa church is nawawala na rin yung mga kaibigan ko. So, siguro for some reasons and mga hardships din nila, hindi naman natin sila masisi. But, blessed pa din ako in some way that yung understanding ko about the gospel is is naiintindihan ko, that's why I'm here.
Mm.
And syempre, with the skills na meron tayo at yung blessings na meron tayo, I'm still longing for those friends of mine na sana
Mhm.
makabalik pa rin sila. Kasi they still belong to that prophecy eh.
Mm.
They're still part of that prophecy eh.
Yes.
So,
So, parang sinasabi mo na ano, na the way I parang ano ba ito, discern, no? Parang there's humility in you, no? Kasi pag ang tao or yung mga kasamahan mo na mga friends mo, one reason wala na sila, no? Though hindi natin masiruin talaga, is because they don't have this the humility in their heart na, you know, they still have to follow leaders, they have to follow counsel from, you know, from our from our parents, from our leaders, from your former mission president. Now, ito si Aaron, Brother Bautista or President Bautista ngayon, are those the young people that President Oaks is talking about, no? And it was
Right.
in our time as a state president before na turuan ito sila dahil sila yung maging future at saka they will be the eventual leaders of our church that will help establish the church in our nation.
Right. Yung sinagot nga ni ano no ni Aaron na ano na parang fulfillment yan of that prophecy, di ba? Ngayon,
Mhm.
like si Aaron started as a primary, now he's a branch president. Eventually, he's going to be a bishop, ano? Doon naman pupunta yun. Pero meron nga siyang binanggit din na parang meron mga nawala na siyang ano, di ba?
Kasamahan.
Nawala. Merong parang study sa church na pagkatapos ng primary ng mga young youth natin, nawawala pagdating sa ano sa youth, di ba?
14. Parang 14 yata dati yun.
14. Tapos single adults. So, yun.
Parang excited sila maging deacon, pero pagdating nila sa ano yung pangalawa, teacher, hanggang priest, nawawala na sila doon.
Ngayon ko lang naisip, kaya pala si Joseph Smith, 14 years old, no? Talagang doon na siya papasok. I was baptized 14 years old, eh.
Yes.
And during that time, nag-iiba na yung temptation ko, sa 14, eh. I had friends already that was inviting me to drink, di ba? Mga iba na yung mga temptations at age 14. Yung primary kasi bit-bit ka pa ng mga yung mga magulang mo. Eh. Wala ka pang masyadong Pero alam mo, Jong, no? Yung comment ko diyan nung kami missionaries, si Elder Anderson, ini-encourage kami na magturo sa mga hindi naman encourage, pero wag naming parang i-set aside yung mga youth na gustong magpaturo. Kasi sabi niya, marami raw siyang na-meet na naging convert, naturuan ng missionaries as naging member, mga ganyang age. Mga young men, young women. Tapos sila, they stayed. Kasi ito yung mga nagbabasa na eh. So, kung titingnan natin, marami ring nawala sa ganyang age. Pero marami ring naging leaders na leaders na ngayon. At sila na yung mga ngayon, nagiging bishops, nagiging stake president. No?
All right. So let's now dive into your mission experience. No, si Aaron was assigned to Cagayan de Oro mission with President Kim as his mission president. So ano yung mga somehow naging training mo, Aaron, or naging naging foundational in terms of your leadership?
Mag-ingat ka, ha? Ingat ka.
In terms of that, Brother Jong, actually my first contact sa mission, less active, tatay. His name is Braulio Anlemon. Yeah, first contact ko yun. Hindi ko makakalimutan si brother. So they will be less active for how many years na. No? So, ang naisip ko kasi nung hindi pa ako missionary, nasa isip ko lang na maghanap ng magbibinyagan, ganito, ganyan. Yeah. But I was so wrong. And at that point, I understood na this is the church of the Lord. Marami ang mga members na iba't iba ang spiritual sickness. Although hindi siya makakadagdag dun sa statistics ng mission, but at least somehow the Lord shows me na you need to be with them so you can love them how I loved you. Parang ganun eh. And my second contact, less active po ulit, kapatid ng brother president. With sa reasons nila hindi makasimba, masaya pala yung feeling na makita mo sila after 20 years, after 15 years. Yung isa doon nagsimba eh. PWD yun eh. So, it was a joyous moment to me as a new missionary at that time. 3 weeks pa lang ako sa mission noon. No? Open area po kasi yun eh. So, yun yung unang natutunan ko na I feel humbled enough to understand na you're not just here to find the elect, but you need to experience this kind of experiences. Para siguro, ang tinuturo sa akin ng Diyos is I need to put my shoes din doon sa kanila. Kasi ang daming factors but nawawalang mga members eh. We need to be more listening type ba. Then afterwards, na-assign na sa ibang area, and referrals na rin, baptize na rin. So it was good. Daming experience na ako hindi tayo matatapos dito. But when I was in mission, I can say yun yung pinaka finest hours ko because of the church.
From the look of from what I understand, parang it's more like doing the ministering work, no? That makes you become a better person, no? Or understand your role as a missionary, no? I was expecting na, yung mga training nyo, yung mga leadership pero here you are talking about, someone or somebody who is less active in the church na hindi mo nakakalimutan, no? So, iba-iba pala ang iba-iba ang tama na ng experience natin sa buhay natin. President Kim?
Yeah, ako naman iba yung take ko eh. Nung na-assign ako sa Cagayan de Oro as mission leader, I did not expect that I was going to be called sa All Filipino Mission. Kasi ang ko sa orientation ko sa MTC, naging branch president ako sa MTC to foreign missionaries. Iba yung branch dati kasi separate ang branch ng Filipino sa MTC. Ngayon kasi halo-halo na eh. Mga foreigners, Polynesians, Americans, and others. So doon ako naging branch president sa mga foreigners. So nagulat ako bakit inassign ako ng Panginoon doon sa Cagayan de Oro. It took 1 year for me to parang receive that prompting yung mga kasama ko mga missionary sa Cagayan de Oro are really the future leaders of the church. Kasi they are here to stay. Unlike if you are a mission leader with foreigners, umuwi yan sa kanya-kanyang bansa eh. And doon sila nagiging leaders eh. Pero yung mga inaalagaan ko nun sa Cagayan de Oro, ito yung magiging future leaders eh. So parang kami ni Sister Antenor Cruz, si Rina, parang namin yung trinain rin namin yung mga missionaries on leadership. Aside from yung they become baptizing missionaries. So, yun ang naging ano ko naman. Kasi kung nga kay Aaron sa kanya parang ministering, sa akin parang uh, not dropping the other responsibilities kasi lahat yan sama-sama yan Para nga para nga sabi nga may nagsabi during na para kang ano yung parang juggler ba?
Juggler.
O yun, kunyari, yung mission ng church. Wala kayo i-drop na bola dyan.
Oo.
Lahat
Yes.
yan.
Simultaneous yan
Wala kayo
In terms naman po sa training, I learned a lot sa mission. Lately, pinaka natutunan ko sa mission, sa training, is that how to read statistics. At first glance, makikita mo what's happening sa branch, what's happening. Sa church kasi binigyan tayo ng 9 key indicators So nung na-assign ako as mission, pagtingin ko pa lang doon, alam mo na dapat yung gagawin mo. So last Sunday, nag-provide ang branch ng short training. May analysis yun So nag-provide ako. I was able to provide that. And then all the council agrees to that analysis. Kasi if you're a leader, and thankfully ako na nakapag-mission ako and I attained this, if you're a leader, you need to understand the numbers. And those numbers represent something. It could be a downfall, it could be a progression. So, isa yun sa mga training na gustong-gusto ko na i-train ko na rin sa iba.
Kanino mo na-receive yung training na yun? Yan ang tanong ko.
Siyempre, President, sa inyo. Diba?
Joke lang. Pero Jong, kami nila Bautista. Kasi, naging namin yung statistics din, di ba? Na namin. And, pagka meron ka missionaries na nakaka-capture yung vision na yon, talagang ang ganda ng dynamics, di ba, Aaron? Alam mo ba, alam na namin yung baptism namin 2 months before. 1 month or 2 months before.
Forecast na tayo.
Kaya, di ba, Aaron, na natin, na foresee natin na next month or the following month, ito yung magiging baptisms natin. Malamang, di ba? Hindi lalayo doon. At hindi tayo nagkakamali, di ba?
These are tools, no? Business are using this as business tools. In the case of our, the church, there are aspects in church leadership where you use mga statistics, no? Mga nire-record natin at ina-interpret natin. I think it was President Monson who mentioned about this, about yung if results are measured, then you remember that, Kim?
Kung live pa tayo, makikita na natin sa comments yan.
When performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported, the rate of improvement accelerates.
Yes. Yan, maganda yan.
Yan.
Magandang take natin yan ngayong episode
So
na ito.
using the tools, yan.
Alam mo, Jong, yung way of namin, predicting yung baptism namin sa yon is the number of investigators attending.
Yes, correct. Batting average yan kung sa baseball, di ba?
Kasi ang investigators or friends that we are inviting, ng mga missionaries, mga friends that we're inviting, maski tumigil na yan sila magsigarilyo or uminom ng ilang buwan, pero hindi pa sila uma-attend ng church, hindi sila mabibinyagan.
Yes.
Pero kung uma-attend sila, tapos uma-attend sila ng ilang 1 month, and then nakapagtigil sila ng panigarilyo ng 1 week or hindi ko na alam ngayon sa time namin 1 week word of wisdom compliance obedience pwede silang mabinyagan kasi uma-attend
Yes.
uma-attend so yun ang namin nabudol ako ng mga missionaries, Aaron, nung bago akong dating sa mission. So, ilan mo nyo, elder, dumalaw ko sa pipeline, ay, 10 po, next month, 10. Talaga, 10. Wala namang uma-attend sa simbahan So, paano bibinyagan?
Kaya nga, kung i-magnified mo yan to church leadership, parang gano'n na rin yung ibang mga mga leaders natin siguro na ayaw ng mga statistics because hindi nila ma-refute, hindi nila ma-content or ma-argue.
Hindi nila masatisfy.
Yeah, kasi sabi mo nga absolute siya eh. So, President Oaks, brothers and sisters, those are still principal ways you should seek to establish the church. He was referring to missionary work, no, and leading these young children and youth. So it will remain through the ages to bless our posterity in this great nation. So here comes the what do you call it, the prophecy again, no, that if we will do our part to establish the church by teaching our young people, our young children, then it will bless for ages, no? So country or the Philippines will be blessed, and we are seeing that one right now, no? Where so many temples, so many missions. Just a few months ago, it was announced na may andaming dagdag na missions, no? So ito na yung nakikita natin na mga mga indicators